Liverpool, of course, breaking the bank to get that move from the Bundesliga to the Premier League. And we thought we'd take a look at where he stands in the Golden Boot odds. He's at 33 to 1, so suggestions he won't be the one getting the majority of the goals for Liverpool. Mo Salah comes in at 4 to 1. Interesting, those around it. Erling Haaland still very much your favourite 11 to 10. Alexander Isak, we don't know who he's going to be playing with, of course, at the start of the season, coming at 8 to 1. Joao Pedro has impressed, hasn't he? Since making that move to Chelsea, certainly in the Club World Cup, comes in at 13 to 1. You're looking for an outsider. Saka is 33 to 1. Looking at those strikers, Nathan, Haaland favourite. I imagine you will agree with that.
Yeah, I will, and I think most other people probably would as well, just because of the fact that, you know, in this last season, we've seen him have some time out injured, seen a sort of depleted and disappointed Man City side for long periods, and he was still in the top 3 for scorers in the league anyway. And I think when you know that he has more to give and the club have more to give as well, it'd be a big surprise if he wasn't maybe getting up to 25, 30 goals again this coming season. And I think for Salah, we've seen what he did last year, which was truly remarkable. Like, will Liverpool continue to be doing that in the same vein year in, year out? I'm not 100% sure. I think if anything, you probably revert back to type. We've seen Haaland being the top goal scorer, as we've seen in the previous 2 seasons. So I'm going to believe it will be him. I'd imagine other people think the same. But I think the Ekitike one's interesting just because as well, you know, he's got Salah, he's second behind Salah in terms of those Liverpool players. But will he be starting every single week?
Yeah.
I'm not sure, because, you know, what happens if Luis Diaz stays? What happens if Cody Gakpo plays through the middle as well? Something he's very capable of doing. But it's a great option for Liverpool to have, and it's a really exciting young talent for them as well.
How many goals will he score for Liverpool, Stevie?
Ooh. Well, if he's not starting, it's going to be a problem.
Well, yes, that is the sort of logic, everyone, that we very much pay the big bucks for.
You kind of cut me off guard, because, well, why wouldn't he start?
All right, well,
I don't understand why he wouldn't
It's fine, right, he started.
Aye.
Right, he started, right, but I didn't ask if he's going to start.
20.
How many goals he was going to get.
If he's going to be playing regularly, he's going to be hitting 20.
So that's 33 to 1, looks great value.
Yeah, and I don't get the 33 to 1. I mean, João Pedro, for example, who I like, who I think is a real good player.
Yes.
He's not an out-and-out goal scorer. This guy will contribute. So I don't understand why João Pedro is so high up.
Well, I suppose because of what we saw in the Club World Cup, and the difference that he made and the goals that he scored.
I understand why he may be sitting in third place.
And I suppose he's going to start. And the question is, will Ekitike start?
I don't see why he doesn't. I mean, I just don't get how he's not going to start. I think absolutely he starts.
Is
up to him.
Ekitike going to score more goals than Joao Pedro?
I would think so, yeah.
Do you think so?
Absolutely.
Really?
Yeah, the guy's a goal scorer. João Pedro is more all-round than actually being a goal-scoring centre-forward.
Right.
That's why Ekitike, in my opinion, if the two of these guys were to play the same amount of games, I would bet money with you that Ekitike scores more goals than João Pedro.
I'll take that bet.
You're taking that,
I'll take that bet.
You're taking it?
I'll tell you why. Because, while I
take that bet? $50?
Sure.
Come on, then.
While
Did you say 50?
Yeah.
For you?
Yeah.
Wow.
If they play the same amount of games.
Well, no, you can't throw that.
That's exactly what I said.
No, but
I said if they play the same amount of games, then Ekitike's going to score more goals.
You're already throwing in little caveats.
No, I'm not.
You are.
Coming for the guy who's just talking about he's not even playing.
That was Nathan!
You backed him up.
Don't get all panicky now that you made your bet.
Let's start the show over.
Yeah,
Let's start this whole show over.
Thanks, Nathan.
Somehow it's gone off the rails.
You're going Joao Pedro, Shaq.
I go João Pedro because I still think, and while I guess Stevie's point about Ekitike, I expect Mo Salah, and for me, I think Mo Salah will win the Golden Boot. I think he's going to get.
Do you think so over Haaland?
I think I'm going Mo Salah over Haaland.
What?
Let's not. Before we go on some other tangent, I think Mo Salah will again get the bulk of Liverpool's goals. And then when you look at everybody else around that front three, front four, you've got Gakpo, Virg. They will get their fair share. And as a result, I think Ekitike's numbers aren't as high as maybe they would be otherwise. And now, while, again, to Stevie's point, João Pedro is a more all-round player, certainly in this Chelsea team, as it stands right now, with a month left in the transfer window, or 6 weeks, whatever it is, he's the focus of their attack. And I think he will be Chelsea's leading scorer. And as a result, I think Joao Pedro gets more than Ekitike.
Where's your money, Nathan?
I would go on this occasion with Ekitike just because for Chelsea we forget Liam Delap. Surely he's going to be getting some game time as well. Whereas, if Ekitike ends up being the one that leads the line for Liverpool, then that's going to be great for him. And I think for João Pedro, the goals that he scored over the last few seasons, I think a few of them have been penalties. Well, who's the penalty taker for Chelsea? It's one Cole Palmer, is it not? So I think that share is still going to go with Cole Palmer. So as a consequence, I think I'll go Ekitike over João Pedro.
Oh, I like you throwing money around, Stevie.
Not pennies, by the way. I'm not taking pennies.
So confident
I'm not taking pennies.
And Salah or Ekitike, who gets more goals between those two?
I would think Salah will probably get more goals, yes, definitely.
Will Ekitike's involvement be a problem with regards to Salah's productivity?
Absolutely not. I don't think so at all. How many goals does Salah get standing in the middle of the penalty box? Or everything is coming from the wide area. And Ekitike, if he's going to be coming from any sort of wide area, is going to be the other side. So, no, I don't see Ekitike causing any sort of problem to the output of Mohamed Salah.
Of course, no Arsenal players are involved in that in the betting as of yet. Gyökeres, of course, been heavily linked to a move to Arsenal, who are in action.
Saka was in there. Bukayo Saka was in that
Oh,
list.
apologies.
Oh.
Thank you, Shank. Anti-Arsenal, anti-Saka.
Right then, Chelsea fans, let's have a proper chat about something that's been doing my head in lately. The media's been having a right go at our boy João Pedro, haven't they? Claiming he's not a real goal scorer and questioning whether he deserves to be sitting pretty at 13-1 in the Golden Boot odds. Well, I've got news for these so-called experts. They've got it completely wrong, and I'm about to tell you exactly why. Now, I've been covering Chelsea for years, and I've seen plenty of players come through those doors at Stamford Bridge, but what I witnessed from João Pedro, particularly during that Club World Cup run, was something special. The lad didn't just score goals, he transformed our entire attack. Yet here we have pundits on the telly saying he's more all-round than actually being a goal-scoring center forward. Absolute nonsense, if you ask me. Before we dive deeper into this madness, make sure you're subscribed to the channel and hit that notification bell. We're bringing you the truth about Chelsea that you won't get anywhere else, straight from someone who bleeds blue and knows this club inside out. Here's what these media types don't understand about Pedro's game. They're looking at raw numbers from previous seasons and completely missing the context. When he arrived at Brighton, he was playing in a system that didn't maximize his strengths. But put him in Chelsea blue, suddenly everything clicked. The movement, the positioning, the clinical finishing, it was all there for everyone to see. The most ridiculous part of this whole debate was hearing one pundit say they'll bet money that Darwin Núñez would outscore Pedro if they played the same minutes. Have they been watching the same player? Núñez has pace, sure, but Pedro has something you can't teach. Football intelligence. He knows where to be, when to drop deep, when to make that killer run. That's not being all-round, that's being a complete striker. What really winds me up is this obsession with traditional number 9s. Football's evolved, hasn't it? The days of big target men just standing in the box waiting for crosses are long gone. Modern strikers need to contribute across the pitch, and that's exactly what Pedro does. He links play, creates chances for others, and yes, he scores goals when it matters most. Let's talk about those Club World Cup performances, shall we? That wasn't a fluke or a purple patch. That was Pedro showing exactly what he's capable of when he's got proper service and a system built around his strengths. The way he found space in the box, the composure under pressure, the variety of his finishes, that's elite level striking. The media seems to forget that Pedro's been gradually building his game at the highest level. His positioning has improved massively. His finishing's become more clinical, and his understanding with his teammates is growing every match. Compare that to some of these other strikers they're rating so highly, and you'll see Pedro's got something they lack: consistency and reliability. Here's another thing that's been overlooked: Pedro's mentality. This is a player who's moved countries, adapted to different leagues, and handled pressure situations with real composure. That mental strength is crucial for a striker, especially at a club like Chelsea, where expectations are sky high. The betting markets have him at 13-1 for the Golden Boot, and honestly, that represents incredible value. With Chelsea's attacking talent around him, Palmer providing those defense-splitting passes, Pedro's going to get chances, lots of them. And when he does, I'm backing him to put them away. So to all those media pundits writing off our number 9, you've got it wrong. João Pedro isn't just a real goal scorer. He's going to prove he's one of the Premier League's finest. Mark my words, by the end of this season, they'll be singing a very different tune about our Brazilian striker.